We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. He told us he wanted to have a big game running the football. He predicted well north of 100 yards. That's a heck of a start.
And we thought he was just blustering, right? We thought he was just kind of talking and trying to maybe talk himself into it. He knew something, and now that confidence is going sky high.
And they're already in plus territory. They'll look to throw here on first. He's got Ezekiel Elliott. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And he rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They find some open field here. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big run there by Jones. 63 yards on the ground. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up. Pow! Knocked him for a loss.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Cowboys nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Complete.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And 10 at the 36-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. the gun. They'll look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. They'll run on 1st down. Hayden. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
2nd and 11. That is caught at the 7. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
To throw, and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and goal.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick. Thus, inaccurate, incomplete.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Gay knocks this one through. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays, and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Elliott. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Oh, boy.
A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
He's brought down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? And the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. A try here for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Cowboys 14, Buccaneers 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten to the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On play action, they'll throw. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
But number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now as a quarterback, and he will go down. A Cowboys sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. And now he'll tuck it and run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. "23 yards on the play. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
First down.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carl Lawson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic, this is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field? As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the kicking team.
Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Field goal unit not out there. They want 6 before halftime. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. O.J. Howard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go into the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Their own 31-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Looking to throw. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Complete to Ronald Jones.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On second down, it's Jones, and he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 32. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon, and that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Yards to go.
They'll drop the throw. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
It's a gain of 7.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd and 3. To Evans on the slant. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Not much there, only a yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
And now down 3 scores. I don't think there's any decision at all. You've got to go for it because you don't know how many more times you're going to get an opportunity. Field goals, they're not going to cut it in this situation.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Back to throw here. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he is not going to be able to get away as they swarm him for a loss shy of the goal line. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 11-yard line.
Again, it's Elliott. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
He'll look to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He sets up the screen to Jones. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
2nd and 5 at the 15-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Jones. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Again, it's Jones. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll run it with Jones. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. Back now in Arlington. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Now Jones. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Fournette. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Touchdown.
Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Check 20.
They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to conversion caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
Buccaneers 26.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
The 41-yard line.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. He got 29 yards that time.
Goal at the 9-yard line.
Now Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so that's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. The Bucs on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 15. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
First down, Tampa Bay.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
5-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here. Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
He lost 6 there on the first down play. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big play for the Cowboys on third. 49 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Toss left to Elliott. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
A gain of 7.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. They'll look to throw again. That's caught by Howard. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll go down at the 28.
To Chris Godwin.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cowboys, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.